For generations, they were a wandering people, searching the vast, harsh landscapes of Mesoamerica for a sign. The prophecy was clear. They must build their great city only where they found an eagle perched upon a cactus, devouring a serpent. When they finally saw it, on a small swampy island in the middle of Lake Texcoco, they knew their wandering was over. Here, in the unlikeliest of places, they would build a world. They called themselves the Mexica. We know them today as the Aztecs. From the mud of the lake, they engineered a masterpiece. Tenochtitlan became a gleaming metropolis of stone and water, a city larger and cleaner than London or Paris at the time. They built ingenious floating gardens called chinampas to feed hundreds of thousands. Vast causeways connected the island to the mainland, and aqueducts brought fresh spring water to the heart of the empire. At its center stood the Templo Mayor, a towering monument to their power and to their terrifying gods. To the Aztecs, the universe was fragile. They believed the sun god, Huitzilopochtli, was locked in an eternal battle against the darkness. If he lost, the sun would die, and the world would end. To keep the sun moving across the sky, the gods required nourishment, and the most sacred nourishment was human blood. Sacrifice was not an act of malice, but a solemn, terrifying duty, a cosmic debt paid to keep the universe from collapsing into the void. To supply the altars, the empire needed captives, and to get captives, they needed an unstoppable military machine. The Aztec army was a force of terrifying discipline, led by the elite Jaguar and Eagle warriors. They did not fight to kill, they fought to capture. For decades, their obsidian blades conquered neighboring city-states, expanding the empire from the Gulf of Mexico to the Pacific. But in their ruthless expansion, they sowed the seeds of their own destruction, creating a sea of bitter enemies. In the year 1519, the omens grew dark. A comet tore across the night sky. The waters of the lake boiled. And then reports arrived from the coast. Floating mountains had appeared on the ocean. The strangers who stepped off these ships wore impenetrable metal and rode terrifying beasts the Aztecs had never seen. Led by Hernán Cortés, these Spanish conquistadors were vastly outnumbered, but they carried with them steel, gunpowder, and an invisible weapon far deadlier than swords. The fall of the Aztec Empire was not just a military defeat, it was an apocalypse. Ravaged by a devastating outbreak of smallpox, and besieged by the Spanish and tens of thousands of vengeful indigenous allies, the great city of Tenochtitlan finally collapsed in 1521. The temples were torn down, the canals filled with rubble, and a new world was built upon the ashes of the old. Today, beneath the concrete of modern Mexico City, the ghosts of the Mexica still sleep, waiting to be remembered.